Nikki's gonna do a little video here today just to show how huge these sunflowers are getting. I had no clue they would get this big. Did you think they were gonna get this big?
No, they weren't supposed to. Not these here with the color.
Those are supposed to get, well, about 4.5, 5 feet
Their
tall.
packet said 4.5 to 5 feet tall.
So, you know, we're just kind of new to growing sunflowers. Okay, so I'm 6'2".
Now these sunflowers back here, yes, those are supposed to get 12 to 14 feet.
Okay, so yeah, so I'm 6'2". What would you say? Is that at least 3 feet above my head? Maybe 4 foot. God, it looks like it's almost 10 feet tall already.
Yeah, it's supposed to go another few feet.
But these here are, I can reach, I'm gonna stand up on top of this. I can reach about 8 feet high. It looks like probably it's a good, it's probably about close to 9 feet tall, these even. Unreal. So what variety were these, Nikki?
It just said multi-mix. It was a mix of flowers from the Burpee collection.
Burpees. So these haven't even created a head yet, have
Yeah,
they?
these aren't ready. These have a few more feet to go. It said 12 to 14, so they're going to get even bigger.
So we're going to, like, I guess, tie these things together
Yes.
to support each other, because I know we'll have some big wind and rains coming. Then you got, now these were the kind we had last year, which grew about 4 feet tall.
Yeah, these are just regular sunflowers. They might grow a little bit more, but not much. And this is how their heads look, is here.
Oh yeah.
Right
That's how
here.
they're going to look.
This is how they'll look. There's a honeybee on there right now.
I
They're
shot a
honeybees.
photo of that yesterday. Yeah, there's a honeybee on there, isn't it? I'll get close to it. It's not going to hurt anything. I'm within about 6 inches of that honeybee. I don't know if the GoPro is focusing or not. Let's see how close we can go. I'm about 3 inches now. It's probably out of focus.
I've been outside a few times. The
6, 8
honeybees
inches.
have been a little aggressive today. I'm not sure
Have
what's
they?
going on with them.
So yeah, so I don't know if there's anything else. What's going on with these tomatoes? Are they just drying out, or
I'm
they
not
just?
sure. They just too much rain. It's just way too much
You've
rain.
had a lot of rain.
They're still producing though. They're doing good, but this has not been a good tomato season.
Yeah.
This plant has not produced anything, and I did
I
read
see
that
one.
it
There's
didn't.
one on it there. Look.
I know, but it just hasn't. This is called a German Johnson tomato, and I read lots of reviews that you have a hard time with these.
Well, we had great tomatoes last year. We didn't grow any tomatoes down on this end though last year. I guess all the water does kind of settle down that way.
They're just having a hard time. Now these are making some good tomatoes. This one here is going to have some good ones, and so is this one.
Yep, sure enough.
So they're doing good.
So yeah, I mean that we'll check in later. I just wanted to kind of show how huge these sunflowers get. Yeah, I mean I've had sunflowers in a previous little garden that grew like those 4, 5, maybe 6 foot tall ones, but I've never had these mammoth ones. I'm sure you know there's people out there going to laugh and say, "Oh, you just never seen a big sunflower." I'm reaching as high as I can reach. Like I say, you can't get to the top of them. And I do wonder how big and how heavy the heads will be on those.
We're going to have to tie them up because we actually need to tie them up about to this point here.
Yeah, it's
again.
about 7 feet tall and kind of help them support each other. I would like to see just how tall they'll get. Unreal. Blueberries. Blueberries are still coming in slow. And the squash is about seen its better days. So I guess pretty soon we'll stop. I see there are some.
A few patches of squash, but they're about that. It's almost time to plant something else.
Yeah, we'll pretty soon look at starting to plant the winter garden, but probably won't start that really until September. Still got plenty of peppers. Peppers have been outstanding this year. That's a big pepper there. I'll take that in and try to eat that tonight maybe. It's a good sized cayenne there. That's probably, gee, about 7 inches long anyway. A lot of these peppers over here, and wow, check that out. You gotta get me a bell pepper off this. Okay. So yeah, look at this. Banana peppers. Got a ton of banana peppers still on that there. And everything else is still growing good over here too. We've been pulling cucumbers off of this plant. There's one right there. Ready to eat tonight, probably. The carrots, still looking big in there. I've only pulled a few. One was real stubby that I pulled out, but it tasted very good. I do these walk arounds, and I'd encourage anybody to do this. what I'll do, I look at what we did last summer and how things progressed, and sort of trying to create just a little, by doing this little blog, I'm able to look back at the history, see how things did at certain times of the year, and you know, plus we can see where we planted stuff. This had nothing in it last year. We actually had a that fire pit that's over there that I'm still trying to finish up was over here last year, so there was nothing. This was all just grass I had to mow around. Had a fire pit there, so all this has been really a productive little spot. And all these sweet potatoes now, we'll be looking in September to dig all those up, a patch here and a patch over there in that other section as well. All right, well, let's go ahead and tie these up, Nikki. I'll turn the camera off at this point. We'll be checking back in and show you maybe about the next week sometime and see if these things get over 10, 12, maybe up to 14 feet tall. Happy gardening.